Okay, y'all, I went over to Chick-fil-A today. I'm so sorry I couldn't post an update earlier. I just had too much going on today in real life, and I had a girls' dinner that I really had to prioritize. But I really want to make sure you get the update because, y'all, there is an update. Y'all have been so supportive, and after reading all of your comments, I had all the confidence in the world to walk over to Chick-fil-A with a lot of gusto and have a conversation with their manager. And like you know, this is not the first conversation, so I was a little bit concerned about how this was gonna go. And no, y'all, I didn't film it because I'm not in the market of making these employees feel uncomfortable. It is not any one person's fault for what is happening here. And honestly, I feel like disarming a situation like this is really the way to go. So I did go in and ask to speak to the store operator, and like every other time, I was told that he was not there or not available. They really don't allow any access to the store operator, and I'm not really sure why that is. But they did send out a manager who is the man that I've spoken with before. Now this man comes out and I can tell that he is concerned. He doesn't know who I am yet, but like at face value, I feel like when someone comes in asking for a manager, it's either really good or really bad. And I was already thinking of ways to make sure I diffuse the situation because I am not in the market of making anyone uncomfortable, especially people that I need help from. So I immediately introduce myself. I say, I don't know if you remember me. Hi, I'm Nicole. You've spoken with me several times before. He immediately gets a look of shock and concern on his face, like, oh my God, this crazy girl is back again. And I say, yeah, I'm the girl that I think you have spoken with before about the music problems. And he very tentatively was like, yeah, I think we've chatted before. I think I've turned the music off for you already. And I just really bluntly said, unfortunately, it is still on. Would you like to see the video? And this man is like, yeah, show me the video. So I pull out TikTok. Just kidding, I really didn't. I pulled out the clip, like the first clip y'all see in my video of the blaring speaker. And the first thing he says is, oh my gosh, that seems fake. And he tries to pull it back and he's like, no, I don't mean that you've like faked it. I just mean it's so loud that it seems edited. I said, I literally promise you, not only did I not fabricate this, I did not like turn the volume up in post-production or anything. So basically this manager says he did turn it down for me before. He says like, hey, when you called 6 weeks ago or whenever it was, I went back there and literally turned the volume knob down. He asked me if it ever got better during those times that he had it turned down. I said, yeah, I did not hear it at all when you had it turned down. So I guess somebody actively went and turned that volume knob back up. He really didn't have an answer for that, so what we did do is walk outside to the speakers. Walk out to the patio and the speakers are playing music. It is just like not that loud. I don't know if this is just because there's so much street noise and like parking lot noise, and I mean literally probably 60 cars drowning out the sound waves, but it truly isn't like that abrasive. He did say it was too loud for the patio. And this man continued to get even more nice and open up, and he said that he had a child and like he really understood the plight of not being able to sleep. So honestly, I really appreciated him and I felt like we had a great conversation. He ended up saying that what he was gonna do was immediately go inside, turn the volume down, and see if that would be a solution, at least for the night. He also said he was going to put a sticky note on the knob so that nobody would go behind him and turn it back up, because apparently that's what happened before. It's midnight and I'm about to turn my listening ears on for Feliz Navidad. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't hear anything right now and I am so relieved. I think the moral of this story is A, there were clear communication problems between the employees that I was speaking with when I was calling and going into the Chick-fil-A and the management. That man was incredibly kind and nice to me, and I really appreciated how he handled the situation. I also think that we should remember that fast food workers, retail workers, folks that work in restaurants have really hard jobs. And by hard, I mean they deal with a lot of very unhappy people that aren't very nice to them every single day. There is quite literally nothing more unattractive than people that are rude to people trying to serve them. I do think we'd be better off to remember that folks are not out to get us. There's like no evil cabal inside the Chick-fil-A trying to ruin my night, even if it truly felt like that for me last night. I do think this problem is probably solved for now, but I promise to keep you updated on if I hear anything overnight. And I'm super thankful for the manager at this Chick-fil-A for being so awesome and working with me. And I want to thank all of you for being so supportive and offering a lot of really great ideas. Y'all are literally the best, and I cannot wait to get a full night's sleep tonight. Sweet dreams!